Shalom Aleichem. You know, we're all flesh and blood. We're all basar v'dam. We're all flesh and blood. So we all tend to fall into our patterns and fall into our natural ways of being. And sometimes we kind of even, you might say, sort of sleepwalking to a certain degree. And the question is, how do we really wake ourselves up? So it turns out that there's a mitzvah in the Torah, one of the 613 mitzvahs. It's not exactly practiced today, but we can still learn the principle of it very, very clearly. And what it is there's a mitzvah in the Torah, and the mitzvah is to blow on silver trumpets in the holy temple. And when was it done? The blowing of the trumpets in the Holy Temple was done specifically at two times, or at the times of the sort of peak of the services in the temple itself, or in times of danger, in times of trouble. So they seem like two very, very different times. What's the connection between a time when of celebration during the peak of services in the temple and the time of great danger or trouble? And the common ground seems to be that in the book SHOFAR, he's one of our recent books. This is only from about 800 or 900 years ago. And so he says in the Sefer Chinuch, as it's known, he says that there is because both of these situations, both this accomplishing of the services in the Beis Hamikdash and preparation for a time of danger, both require tremendous focus. They require us to really go almost beyond ourselves, to completely remove all of our other thoughts and all of our, in a certain sense, all of our physicality temporarily. To temporarily go beyond that all and to hear the call, to really wake up to what's really going on. And he said there's nothing that can arouse us, that can awaken us, that can energize us and stimulate us more than the sound of that trumpet call. And we know in the world today there are trumpet calls that are being heard, sounding through the world today, and our job is just as it was our job in the time of the temple to blow the chatzotzros, as they were called, at those certain times. Today, it's our job to hear those calls, to hear and for it to take our physical nature, which usually wants to just kind of relax and take it easy and go its normal way and think of things in the usual manner, and rather to wake up, to be aroused, to be inspired, to be stimulated, and to realize that something's going on here, that Hashem is running the world, and that there is a master plan, and that it's not all, and that all of these things that are happening around us are ultimately for our benefit, and things that we need to look at and to really fully experience, to wake up and to really experience them. So hopefully we can take this message from the mitzvah of the chatzotzros in the Beis Hamikdash, and even though we don't actually blow them today, but we certainly hear sounds that awaken and inspire us, and hopefully that music will touch our soul and bring us to new heights.